Welcome to Selena Yoga Jams. So my personal practices, we're starting off in a downward facing dog. So a nice deep bend in the knees when you come down. Step it back, take it into a plank, and then back to down dog. Come forward into a plank, back to down dog. So I love down dogs for stretching the legs. So I like to hang out in the down dog for a while. It feels really good. If it doesn't feel good in your body yet, you could always do child's pose instead. It has many of the same benefits, just as grounding. Down dog is meant to be a resting position, so we should feel pretty comfortable in it. And if we're not feeling comfy yet, no problem. You just stay in it until it starts feeling uncomfortable, and then you take a child's pose. So if it does feel comfortable, you can play around, coming up onto the toes, bring the heels back towards the floor, maybe walking the feet. You can even walk the arms, turn the head, whatever feels good for you. Another way to work on down dog, if it's not comfortable on the floor like this, is you could do a wall push. So you put your hands on the wall about like hip level and then step back, making a 90-degree angle. Okay, let's come forward into a plank. We'll lower down. Feel free to do knees, chest, chin. And let's start working on those cobras. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Go at your own pace. If you prefer to just hold it, that's fine too. I like pulsing through it. Oh, here's Tiger and Kitty. Special guest cat fight. I always leave the door open so they can come in if they so choose. Tiger visits more than Kitty. Okay, back to down dog. And we'll step the right foot forward and just work on a lunge. When you're ready, come back to plank, lower down, take a cobra. And come back to down dog. Let's step the left foot forward. And again, just hang out in that lunge. You could absolutely have blocks underneath the hands if that feels better. You could also be putting the back knee down on the floor. Whatever, as long as you're breathing, focusing on your breath, being in the here and now, you're practicing yoga. So no stress. And we'll step back to down dog. And bring the knees down towards the earth. And we'll work on our rotations. So with the inhale, opening up one arm. With the exhale, we bring it under and land the shoulder. So if the shoulder doesn't hit the floor, you could put it on top of some folded blankets or even a block. The top arm, the hand can stay next to the face, or you could lift it up or wrap it around. Whatever feels good for today. Okay, let's come out of it and do the other side. So we inhale, open the arm up. Exhale, bring it under, land the shoulder. Find what you want to do with the top arm. And breathe into whatever's present for you. When you're ready, come out of it. We'll come to sitting. So let's do a twist. So the bottom leg can be tucked under or it can be extended straight. We'll just interlace the hands around the knee and take some long, deep breaths. When you're ready, add the twist. So opposite arm from the bent leg comes up, we twist. You can just hook the elbow around the knee, back hand comes behind. And it's always the same thing, just breathe nice and deep. Come back to center in your time. And we can just take that leg that was folded over and rock it back and forth or make circles. If you're doing circles, change the direction. We'll go into fire log. So the bottom leg, the shins parallel if you had a mat to the edge of your mat. We place the top leg like a log on top. Both feet are engaged, both legs are engaged. And you could absolutely tuck a blanket underneath the gap created by that knee. If you have one, depends how open your hips are. The important thing is always the same thing, breathe nice and deep. Send that breath deep into the hips. All right, when you're ready, change sides. So starting with a twist. So we're just interlacing the hands around the knee, breathing nice and deep. Seeing if we can feel the belly push against the thigh. This is one of my favorite poses, such a good way to massage the internal organs. Let's take it into the twist. So opposite arm to the bent leg comes up, we wrap around, catch the knee around the elbow. If that works for you, it could be your hand. Back hand comes behind, and we just breathe into the twist. Come back to center. So pick up the top leg. And I didn't remember to do it on this side, but you can rock side to side, do those circles. And then when you're ready, take that fire log. So just stacking the top leg over the bottom leg, trying to make the shins parallel. And remember, you can totally put some blankets or blocks underneath the knee to support it. Keep the spine nice and long, sit bones rooting down, crown of the head lifting up. Okay, we'll come out of it. We can just stretch the legs, engage the legs, inhale the arms up. And then we'll go into some more twists. So as we exhale, just twisting to one side. The bottom hand can go on the leg or outside the leg. The back hand comes onto the floor. Or you could reach back towards the back wall. And then just go at your own pace. I like inhaling center, exhaling with the twist. All right, we'll come back to center, bring the soles of the feet together. You could do a little bounce through the legs if that feels good. And just relax into yourself, into the breath. Send the breath deep down into the hips, into the pelvis. I've been seeing an osteopath and I learned that I hold a lot of stress in my pelvis, in my womb, my uterus. So I've been working a lot on breathing into that space, relaxing that space, letting it open up. So if that's something that resonates with you, please join me. And just send the breath deep down, light up the whole pelvic bowl equally, both sides equally, the front and the back. Okay, so we can go back into twists. So it's always the same thing. Opposite hand grabs the opposite leg, back hand comes behind. And take a few breaths, or you can go side to side, breath by breath, whatever feels good for you. So I'm switching sides. And coming back to center. Once again, taking the time to breathe into the pelvis, into the hips. Let the legs get heavy. And remember, you can always tuck blankets underneath those knees. Make sure you feel good, that your body feels good. And just breathe into that womb space, our creative centers. And what's ready to be birthed. What projects are percolating. And when you're happy with that mini meditation, you just come onto the toes, knees together, trying a little balancing squat, hands in prayer. Maybe stretching the arms up. And that's our little practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me on my journey. I hope these classes are helpful for you. Please like, subscribe. Take care.